I've always loved old things. Like we had a lot of church bazaars around where we lived and thrift stores, etc. And I was always fascinated by old things. And I think I love the fact that, you know, they've lived through a certain history before they come to you. And I'm always fascinated about, well, what was that history and what might it have been? Whose hands have these things been in? What did they mean to those people? I mean, do they mean the same thing to them as they mean to me? Well, no, probably not, because, you know, I'm here and I'm looking at them from a certain place in history, and they come from a certain place in history. And as I say, you know, when you grow up in the Black community, nothing is wasted. I always collected things that interested me because I kind of look at things as like iconic symbols. I'm always interested in things that can be interpreted as an iconic symbol. When I moved to Toronto for a couple of years because my brother was ill and I wanted to be closer to my family, and my brother was sick, and I don't know, I was walking down the street in Kensington Market one night, and these people had thrown out these big piles of wood, and I just picked up 2 pieces of wood and put them together like a vampire crucifix or whatever. And then I just grabbed a whole bunch of wood and I took them home and made my first crosses, which were actually painted. They didn't have anything, they weren't as sculptural. And then when I moved back to Vancouver and I had a more steady live space, I just started making the crosses more sculptural. And I don't know, you know, what possesses you to make something? Your intuition, your whatever. I just started making the crosses thinking I was like going completely mad for a while. But it was kind of helping me through my grief process. I look at Epiphany and it is an installation because I have made, you know, 100 or something crosses, and it's great together. It's very powerful. But I look at every one of those crosses and to me they're just as powerful on their own. They all have a story that's just specifically theirs individually, except for the Master of the Crossroads. That is the middle cross, the skull on it. I never use all of the same crosses in one Epiphany manifestation. I will always, you know, yes, I use some of the same crosses, but there's always got to be some new elements that continuously make it an Epiphany.